I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait. You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with her spell. The gate guard, Private O'Doyle, can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district and see if he needs help.
Thank goodness the headmaster sent a wizard to aid us. We could really use your help. Strange creatures have taken over Colossus Boulevard. We don't know where they came from, but they eat everything in sight. We call them Gobblers. I admire you wizards. My niece studies ice magic at Ravenwood, but I'm worried about her. She said she was doing some school project on Colossus Boulevard, but I don't know why she has to do it now. Would you go speak to her and see if she needs any help? Her name is Mindy Pixie Crown.
Beware, young wizard. The street you now have access to, Colossus Boulevard, contains battles which are handled a little differently. There can be more opponents at one time compared to the amount of players participating in the battle. Be very careful.
That's so sweet of my uncle to send you. I'm so glad you came too. I've been doing some ice research for Professor Greyrose, but I had to stop. I really need your help. This is horrible. First the Gobblers showed up and started eating everything in sight, and then these evil snowmen? They're all over the place. We must get rid of them, but there are so many. Hey, I know. Why don't you defeat some of them and see if that will chase the rest away? Well, that didn't seem to make a dent in those gobblers at all. They're still eating the city. Go speak with Professor Greyrose. Maybe she will know what to do. I'll try to keep their damage to a minimum.
Oh dear, I was afraid of that. It was an accident. I didn't mean to summon those gobblers, and those evil snowmen aren't doing a thing to help. They're actually causing more trouble. The biggest problem with gobblers is that they're always hungry. Let's try brewing a potion to make them lose their appetite. The snowmen we'll deal with later. Here is a list of ingredients for the potion. Take it back to Minty Pixie Crown on Colossus Boulevard.
A magic potion? Excellent idea! I'll begin working on this list she gave us. I'll set up the cauldron for the potion here. Can you get the first ingredient? It's called stinkweed. You can find that growing right here in Colossus Boulevard. Go gather some for me. stinkweed really does stink. I know I've lost my appetite. That's all I need. I'll brew the potion now. Here's the first batch of potion, young wizard. Hopefully this will make the gobblers stop eating. While I'm making more, go beat some gobblers in combat and make them drink the stinkweed potion. All done? Excellent. Let's see if the potion had any effect. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the potion didn't quite work. I don't want to bother the headmaster. I know. The Gobbler King lives in the large palace at the very end of the street. Maybe we can reason with him. I'll try to brew a stronger potion. See if you can make a deal with the Gobbler King to stop eating and leave the city.
You'll have to get past me if you want to see the king.
You found your first skeleton key. These enchanted keys unlock powerfully warded doors, behind which you'll discover great rewards. Different types of skeleton keys will open different kinds of locks, so pay attention. And each skeleton key can only be used once. Remember that great reward is often won only through great risk, so be wary of the monsters you discover behind locked doors.
In the first world, the children of Lady Nightstar, the grandmother Raven, battled constantly. Titans they were, embodiments of ice, fire, and storm. Their conflict shook the world, but by the time of the spiral, only their offspring remained. Giants were the descendants of the Ice Titan, who used his power to create frost castles from frozen clouds. Like their ancestor, they battled the dragons on the ground until the wars decimated both races. The giants retreated to the world now known as Grizzleheim, where the few who still remain rule the frigid realm of Wintertusk.
A tiny wizard. Hello, tiny wizard. Have you come to surrender your city? You want us to leave? Oh, no. No. My people love it here. We shall call this city New Gobblerton. If you prove to be good servants, perhaps we shall let the tiny wizard stay in New Gobblerton. Here is my royal decree.
You pick up the royal decree to take back to Mindy Pixie Crown.
The Gobbler King wants us to surrender Wizard City? Big problem! Big problem! I can't believe the Gobblers are trying to claim Wizard City. We need to tell Headmaster Ambrose. Take the Gobbler King's royal decree to Headmaster Ambrose. See what he thinks we should do.
What? This decree doesn't even make sense. It's just pictures of ice cream and chickens drawn in crayon.
Headmaster Ambrose shakes his head sadly.
The Gobblers may be a larger problem than we realized. I hate to ask, but you need to go duel some of them to test their strength.
show Headmaster Ambrose the Gobbler King's royal decree. I'll try to keep things quiet here.
Good. Now that we know how strong the Gobblers are, I have a plan. Please deliver this letter to Mindy Pixie Crown for me. Your hard work will pay off, I promise.
Headmaster Ambrose hands you an official-looking document. Mindy Pixie Crown reads the official-looking document.
I think this plan will work. This plan calls for challenging the Gobbler King's two closest advisors, Baron Greebly and Baron Rotunda. Dueling isn't my strength, so you're the only one who can do this, young wizard. They're each hiding out in towers, one at each end of the street. Defeat them and see what the Gobbler King has to say then.
Is it time for dinner yet? You look like you'd make a good stew. Get over here. You've come to take away my treats? I can't allow that. To battle! Ah, the little wizard is back. Are you ready to surrender now?
You tell the Gobbler King about your battles with Barons Greebly and Rotunda.
What? You defeated them? I find that hard to believe. I'll have to send someone to find out if what you say is true or not.
Just as the Gobbler King is getting ready to call, a messenger breaks into the room.
Sir, the two barons have been defeated by a student wizard. What shall we do?
Oh dear. What you said is true. Then that means New Gobblerton, Wizard City, is yours. Spare me and my people, wizard. We mean you no harm. I ask that we are allowed to stay here. Our old home was filled with witches, and we are too scared to go back. I promise we will not eat so much. You have my word.
Amazing, young wizard! You have brought peace with the Gobblers! You've done a great job! Be sure to tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said. Now I can get back to my project. Don't forget to tell Headmaster Ambrose about how you solved the Gobbler problem.
My plan worked. Oh, that's excellent news.
You tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said about their home world.
My. I certainly don't want to force them to go back to a world where they aren't welcome. Very well. We will let them stay on Colossus Boulevard. It appears we have new neighbors. I want you to introduce yourself to Diego, the Duel Master. He manages the arena. The arena is just inside the entrance to Unicorn Way, on the right.
Well, tarnation, you found them all! I'll find a good home for them, don't you worry. Here's a little reward for helping me out. You more than deserve it for all your assistance. Look me up, you ever wandered the spiral.
Why, hello there, my fine young friend. Have you by any chance participated in the dynamic display that is the Wizard City Pet Pavilion? It's a captivating cavalcade of prodigious proportions. Near this very spot are fine vendors of pets and pet provender. That splendid structure over there is the hatchery. The Pet Derby offers all manner of enticing entertainments and delightful distractions for wizard and pet alike. Intrigued by the fantastic world of pets, young wizard? Capital! But there's more to pets than snacks and games. They have special abilities. A good pet has eyes and ears far more sensitive than yours or mine. They can sense things we can't. An ideal trick for any scavenger hunt. I've buried metal rings in the commons and the shopping district. Want to see if your pet can find them? Good hunting!
This quest requires you to have a pet and guide it to each goal. If you have a pet, equip it from the pet tab in your spellbook. With a pet equipped, you can control it directly. Click the pet button on the bottom left of the screen, then press the pet mode button. Playing as your pet will make certain items and objectives available that weren't before. But likewise, pets can't talk to most people or engage in wizard duels. You can play as your pet until its happiness runs out. Replenish happiness by feeding the pet snacks. Now use your pet to find those metal rings.
Might I be of some service? The Wizard City Pet Pavilion has experts. Speak to all of them. You can start with my little green friend, Sir Nigel Higginbottom. He'll tell you more and set you upon the right path.
Why, hello, wizard. Come to learn about training pets, have ye? Allow humble Nigel here to point you in the right direction. Over there you have the hatchery, where Dr. Perot can tell you all about developing your pet's abilities across generations. In these here shops you have Tennant and Lowe, who sell new pets and pet eggs, and Dusty and Jackie, who sell pet snacks. Go speak to each of the experts, and once your knowledge of pet raising is complete, I'll tell you how to win arena tickets by racing in the Pet Derby. And you can speak with my associate, Mr. Barker.
Oh, a customer! Come right in. We have all manner of snacks for your pet, whatever you need.
After your pet completes a training game, it will be hungry. You can reward your pet with a tasty snack. The type of snack you feed it will increase its abilities in some fashion. The exact ability and how much it improves depend on the type of snack and how much your pet likes it. Different pets like different snacks, so you should try a variety of snacks and see what your pet likes best.
And you won't find a better selection of snacks anywhere in the spiral. Guaranteed.
What are you waiting for? Take a seat in the hatching machine and we'll get started. Where's the other pet? Oh, my mistake. You're not a pet. Serves me right for not paying attention. That would have been a disaster. This is the hatchery, where pets can hatch new pet eggs. This remarkable process. Simply stand on the sigil near the hatcher and choose 2 adult pets you'd like to use. Then press the hatch button. If 2 wizards want to collaborate, both must stand on the sigil. Each can contribute a single adult pet. When you've both pressed the ready buttons, voila! A new egg! If 2 wizards work together, they'll hatch 2 eggs. The egg will take after one of the original pets. Which pet and which trait? Who can say? Once the egg is hatched, your new pet is just a baby and needs to be trained and fed. You can train your pet with the mini-games offered in the Pet Pavilion. As you train your pet, it grows older and will develop new talents and powers. Pet talents help you in magical duels, while derby powers are used in the Pet Derby. Some rare pets are extremely powerful, with astonishing abilities. I really must get back to my work, so unless you're ready to hatch a pet...
welcome to our shop. This is the finest assemblage of exotic pet eggs you'll find. We have an inventory that ranges all across the spiral.
Indeed. You'll not find a better selection of pet eggs anywhere in Wizard City.
The spiral, that is. Anywhere in the spiral.
Really? I had no idea.
I trust that your tour of the grounds and its services was as entertaining as it was educational. As I mentioned previously, it is my honour to offer a wide variety of fine and unique items in trade for arena tickets. You'll earn arena tickets if your pet does well in the pet derby, or you'll receive gold as a consolation prize. You can use arena tickets to buy things here, or from my friend Diego over on Unicorn Way. Mr. Barker will no doubt wish to regale you with information about the wonderful world of the pet derby, so I won't detain you any further.
Well there, my prodigious prestidigitator. What did you think of our pet pavilion? I trust that my admirable associates bent your ear enough. Now that you've seen what wonders the Pet Pavilion offers, I encourage you to take advantage of the ample assortment of delightful diversions to train your pets. Your energy governs how often you may train your pet. It returns over time, but if you need more energy and cannot abide, you may purchase an energy elixir from the Crown Shop. If you don't train your pet, it won't grow up. So it's very important to pay attention to your pet and train it as much as you can. If you've an interest in participating in the Pet Derby, I am just the fella you need to speak to. Just a moment, though. Before I set your precious pet upon the perplexing paths of our Pet Derby, I must ask that you avail yourself of the information provided in the 2 rule books nearby. One of the books is generous with guidance about practice matches, while the other volume summarizes those that are ranked. Go and peruse them at your leisure, and stroll on back to me when you're sufficiently schooled.
In the Pet Derby, you can race your pet in practice matches for fun, with nothing to gain or to lose. The Practice Pet Derby is a good way to learn the course and obstacles for each different track, and see which track your pet is best suited for.
In the Ranked Pet Derby, your pet will race against other pets with prizes such as arena tickets or gold. The last place pet receives gold, while the other pets receive arena tickets. Your pet's wins and losses are measured on your character sheet, and your pet will gain ranking in the Pet Derby based on its performance. Let me explain the basics of the Pet Derby so that I might enhance your experience. There's a lot to go over, so I recommend you make yourself comfortable and pay attention. You can race your pet in the Pet Derby by going to one of the 2 book pedestals in the Pet Pavilion. One is for practice matches, the other is for ranked derby races. Practice derby races are classed by easy, medium, hard, and epic. You can create a new match, or you can quick join a match that has already been created. You will see the cross swords icon in the upper right corner of your screen when your pet is in the queue for a Pet Derby race. When the race is ready, you will see a screen letting you go to the arena. The goal of the Pet Derby is to come in first, steering your pet past obstacles and using your pet's derby powers against other pets. You can control your pet with the arrow or the WASD keys. It will go forward on the derby track automatically. Side arrows will make it switch lanes, and the back arrow slows it. The up arrow cheers your pet, making it go faster. The space bar helps your pet bypass obstacles, jumping or ducking each hurdle. You must time it just right. Hitting an obstacle slows your pet. Your pet's position in the race is displayed in the upper left corner of the screen. Under the position number is your pet's time for the race and what lap of the race you are on. On the upper right corner of the screen, the racetrack shows flags indicating where all the pets are on the derby track. Your pet's flag is largest, and its color matches the position number. Your pet has a resource called morale, displayed on the bar at the top center of the screen. Cheering your pet costs morale. Your pet gains morale when it successfully bypasses obstacles. Cheering costs different amounts of morale based on the terrain your pet is on. The cost is based on the terrain type and your pet's attributes. The attribute used has its icon next to the morale bar. Your pet's derby powers are the round icons in the top center of the screen, just below the morale bar. You can click these with your mouse, or you can use the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 keys to activate them. Derby powers can boost your pet's performance, hinder other pets, put obstacles on the track, force pets to change lanes, or other tricks. You can mouse over a power's icon to see what it does. Effects on your pet appear as icons on either side of your pet. Helpful effects are on the left. Bad effects are on the right. A countdown timer shows how long each effect remains on your pet. Try to steer your pet through the floating stars. They will give your pet speed bonuses and give your pet temporary immunity from other pet powers. Avoid bombs and banana peels. Bombs will slow your pet down, and banana peels will slow and cause your pet to change lanes. And now that you've done your homework, it's time to play. I'll wager you can barely contain your enthusiasm, so step right up, ready your pet, and let's go! your pet found them all! Well done indeed! You never know what you might find if you keep your eyes open, and your pet's eyes too!